Link starto! Hey guys, Sal here, welcome back to more Sword Art Online Integral Factor. It's time to go to the shoreline, well, ship shoreline, and see what Heathcliff has to say. Seeing the ocean at sunset was great, but this is amazing. If it weren't for the monsters, it would be the perfect vacation spot. I'm impressed you three are relaxed enough to enjoy the scenery. Oh, hi Heathcliff. Sorry if we were being kind of loud. No need to apologize. This world is full of beauty, some of it breathtakingly so. But unfortunately, this floor is ill-suited for tourism. But with the floor boss alive and well. Alright. Speaking of the floor boss, is it related to the favor you said you wanted to ask us? It is indeed. I'm told there were 2 items that provided clues for the 11th floor boss. An ancient document and a stone slate. Each item was acquired in separate quests, yet both were necessary to see the boss's full picture. It was designed to encourage cooperation. And as it turns out, there are multiple similar seeming quests here on the 12th floor as well. Similar seeming? So like, you don't know for sure which of them are actual boss quests? Exactly, therefore, I would like you 3 to attempt the most promising quest and report back. Naturally, we'll share everything we know. The more high-level players cooperate, the sooner we can advance the assault. Are the Knights of the Blood Oath all on the same page as you? Why do you ask? Well, you know, big guilds tend to draw players who like to hoard information and fight over the cred for killing a floor boss, so... That is the fate of all those drawn to online games. The desire to have their prowess recognized is a core part of who they are. I believe you have some experience with that yourself, Sal. Of course. My apologies, that was uncouth of me to ask. By the way, I'm also told that despite being skilled enough to defeat a floor boss, none of you belong to any well-known guilds. Would you be willing to join Knights of the Blood Oath? Perhaps once this quest is complete. Hell no, I ain't joining that guild! You have to duel me, and force me to join. Although I don't have the woman I love in your guild, so technically, I don't need to join yet, till you somehow get, you know, you can't rope Yuri into it. She won't do anything I won't. I hope. Although Asuna told me not to do anything Yuri wouldn't do, so crap, that's kind of backfiring. By comparison, DKB is a hierarchy with a handful of elites supporting other members from top down. ALS espouses equality between all players, choosing to share and divide the resources. Both have merit and flaws, neither is clearly superior. However, the Knights of the Blood Oath do not fall into either of those camps. Our sole guiding principle is that every member work to the best of their abilities to clear all 100 floors, nothing else. But isn't that kind of a given? In theory, yes, but there are precious few who are able to put such a principle into practice. The only goal is beating Ironclad. Correct. Our guild was formed with the explicit purpose of beating the game. These interim floor bosses are nothing more than a roadblock. I think I get why you're so strong now. It's because you're so focused on what lies ahead of us. If that is what you wish to think, I have no objection. At any rate, I am sure you need some time to consider this. Let us return to the quest at hand. This path will take you on inland, away from the ocean. On the northern edge of the field, you will find a guide NPC for the undersea cave. Show her this pendant, and you should be able to begin a pirate hunting quest. Here I took hold of a tear-shaped silver pendant from Heathcliff. What's this quest have to do with the floor boss? The leader of the cave's monsters is supposed to have ties to the floor boss. It may be too much to hope that it would share the boss's weakness with those who can be bested, but should still provide some clue. Oh, in that case, we'll give it a shot. We'll let you know if we find anything out. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to speak for you two. Are you both okay with that? If I even have a choice, fine by me. Great! Then let's go. Maybe we'll even run into Kazuto there. I know we aren't sure whether my brother is really here or not, but I'm willing to take my chances. Pardon me, I don't mean to meddle in private matters, but are you looking for your family? Yeah, I don't have any idea what name he's using or where he might be, but I know he's an SAO player. I've said this 9 million times, Leaper. His name is Kirito, the Black Swordsman, the Beater, the one with the long brown-haired girl, who shall soon be known as Asuna of the Lightning Flash Asuna, I believe. So yeah, listen to me, damn it. Some Knights of the Blood Oath are very well connected. As long as you can describe his features, we may be able to help. Could I ask you to tell me more? Okay, it's not like I've got anything to lose. I appreciate you asking. That was a very clear description. Very well then, Leafa. I shall have the guild look into your brother's whereabouts as well. Of course she has a very clear description. She's lived with him for basically most of her life. And she's basically in love with him. So yeah, it makes sense. Thanks so much. Don't worry about the pirate quest. We've got it covered. That is most reassuring. Then I shall see you all later. Oh man. I'm starting to think about what happened with Diablo, how we saved him. I wonder if the same thing could happen to a certain Lancer that used to share stories with Kirito in the story a long time ago. Will it end up differently, or will it end up the same? I have no clue currently. I'd like it to end differently, because man, I don't want that to happen in this as well. So we just have to show that pendant to the dungeon guide, right? Go on, give it a shot. Do you recognize this? This is the Sea Maiden's pendant. How are you able to carry this? Is it dangerous? Unbelievably so. No one who lives near the sea would ever think to take it. It belongs to the wife of Captain Demon Sword, the leader of the pirates who dwell in the undersea cave. She loves human souls, so she manipulates the waves to bring this pendant to her chosen targets. Once they take it, they become bewitched and find themselves wandering into the undersea cave. There, they are cut down in an instant by the captain, and the soul goes to his wife. At least, that's what I've heard. But you seem perfectly fine. Oh yeah, I don't feel anything unusual. Perhaps you're the one destined to break the curse. A long, long time ago, when there was no end to this ocean, a great sage foretold the fates of those who were bewitched. One day a steadfast traveler will come and break the curse, thereby freeing the poor trapped souls. Perhaps you are the one who must go to the undersea cave of their own volition. You guys... Klein? You guys hitching a ride on the Undersea Express, then we're coming with you. Hey, it was Klein. Klein, Agil, you're here too. Oh no, why is he here? What are you and this weird wannabe boy doing here? Have we met before? I'm certain I would have remembered a pretty fairy like yourself if we had. I didn't even say hi to you because I can't stand your type. I see. You must have seen him in the 7th floor auction house. I know he's weird, but his info is solid. Don't worry, we won't let him act up. Well, as much as possible anyway. Hey Cell, why am I always surrounded by bros while you're out and about with beautiful women? I mean, come on, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm Kirito 2.0. Technically. You think it's karma or something? Nah, you just meant to be with the bros. If anyone's broing it up all the time, Clyde, it's you. Anyway, enough joking around. If you're taking on this pirate leader quest, what would you say to temporarily partying up with us? According to the NPCs we've talked to, this dungeon boss is pretty damn tough. The bigger the party, the better your odds, right? Think you can keep up with us? Sounds great. Glad to hear it. Hey, my skill's the real deal, too. Well, I'm not completely used to partying up like this, but it definitely never hurts to have more allies watching your back. Exactly. It's all about enjoying yourself, alright. Shall we set off on our pirate hunt? Are you ready? Very well then, I'll take you to the undersea cave, or rather, I would, but... What's up? Some kind of problem? The entrance is currently blocked by the tide, so I can't take you there right now. Huh, so there's still a tide even with a floating ocean. Okay, so when will we be able to go in? I'm afraid I don't know. The tide here is unstable, so it could be days. Well, that's not good. Isn't there a way we can get in too? Well, all of the fishermen at the ship's shoreline work for the pirates. If we had 20 wild lifelines from the mermaids there, I might be able to get you in, but it's very dangerous. Oh my god. Please tell me that this is a 100% drop rate. If it's not, I am literally going to flip a table. If that's what we have to do to move forward, we'll do it. It'll be like a little warm-up before the main quest. But still, a small fire or not, they are still pirates. Take care when fighting them. Hey there, idiots. I'll just take all of you on. It's not like I'll die, right? As long as I'm careful. Why was the big one fight thing? And didn't Argyle and Klein join our party? Why don't they here as well? Come on, you guys. I'd like more help here. What's the point? What the heck is Lipa? Notice she's not necessarily on the main field unless actually in a quest itself. Well, I mean, I killed one and I got one, so... Oh, I killed two and I got two. I killed three and I did not get one. Oh, crap. So, I mean, it's a decent drop rate, but it still sucks. Alright, so that actually didn't take that long. We got all the wild lifelines. That's great. We should be all set now. I'll get started on the preparations. We're finally headed to the pirate's base. I'm afraid it will still take some time to get ready. Oh, okay. Way to steal a guy's thunder. How much time are we talking? It will go by quickly if you sit back and enjoy the ocean view. But that would be a waste, wouldn't it? Why don't you all get ready too? Only a few have encountered the pirate's leader and come back alive. So you should make sure you're ready to face him both mentally and equipment-wise.
Okay.
Better to be safe than sorry, huh? You can bet I'll be ready for him. And one more thing. With the pirates you took care of gone, my job just got a lot easier. So I'd like you to have this, to show my appreciation. Thank you. Okay, let me know when you're ready to go. I'll make sure I'm ready to go whenever you are, Cell. Let's do this. $199,494 experience, 12,000 coal. I love that. Now, my healing potions, my small ones on the, I'm running outside. I've got mediums and larges, so I'm good. I don't need to buy equipment. Let's go. Are you ready? Then I'll take you to the undersea cave. Good luck. I like how she didn't even ask if we were ready for an okay or no, not yet. Wow, it's chilly here. It feels like we're somewhere really deep. Since they're pirates, they must have a boat somewhere. How do they get by with their headquarters on the ocean floor? Beats me. But they are fishermen, right? They must be right at home in the water. You two just don't get it. Pirates are supposed to use caves for their bases. And the boss room is filled with treasure chests that are stuffed with gold and jewels and have silver. Once we finish making sushi out of these fish people, that treasure will be ours for divvying. You're starting to sound like a pirate yourself. What's wrong with that? If you're going to dream, dream big. Humans, intruders, steal, boss's wife. Oh my, looks like you've already got some underlings to deal with. Let's see how you handle them. Sure. Now that you're in on our party, don't even think about sitting this one out. Hurry up and prepare for battle. Yeah. Actually, this looks more serious than I thought. Just look at all the fishermen coming in. Let's show them who's boss. Alright, so how many fishermen? It's actually not that many. Come on. All of you, group up. Oh, you get back. Don't get hit and we should be fine. There's another one over there, whatever. Only fighting these guys, if I stop then they'll just go back to where they were. Alright, those guys are dead. One more. Bye. Alright, you figuratively ate those small fry for breakfast. You know, that was an awful lot of monsters just for the entrance. They were probably drawn here thanks to the pendant. The wife of the pirates' leader cursed it up and down, after all, so it probably has the power to lure fishmen. Really? Do you think we could get away with leaving it here? No, I guess we can't. Yeah, that could end up forfeiting the quest. Why? You're not scared of fishmen, are you? No, it's not that. It's just something about seeing their big round eyes in this dim cave really gave me the creeps. Oh yeah, I've met people like that who can't stand fish eyeballs. I think their slimy skin might gross me out too. Definitely don't want to get too close. Want to stay here then? As if. There's no way I'd ever forfeit a match. Besides, the fishermen will keep coming to us no matter what. There's no point in just sitting around. Come on, let's go and take out their leader. That's the spirit. I'm getting fired up too. What are you not to? You know, it feels like they... If you're going to say they have a lot in common, I don't think Leafa would be happy to hear that. Oh yeah, she definitely wouldn't. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, I showed you guys all the fighting over there, so we're just gonna skip to his boss. What's this thing weak to? Bash. Of course. Come to think of it, how much do you all know about this dungeon's boss anyway? He's the leader of the Fishman Pirates. His wife likes human souls, and that's about it. Well, that's not much. We heard all kinds of stories about him from an old lady in a fishing village. Like what? A long, long time ago, when the sea was vast and endless, there was a beautiful princess who lived in the underwater Mermaid Kingdom. Is this going to take a while? Try to keep it brief, please. Understood, then I shall do my best to summarize. One night, the pirate leader fell in love with the mermaid princess. At first sight, while he was sinking atop a rock, he pursued her everywhere, eager to become closer, but the princess was frightened of the barbarous fishermen and kept running away. So the leader had an idea. He went to a human silversmith and gave him some spirit silver that was filled to the brim with magic. The smith then used it to make a silver cage that could capture a person's soul and make them do whatever they wanted. The pirate leader then left the cage on the princess's favorite rock and waited for her to fall into his trap. When the princess came to sing like she always did, she took the cage in her hand and her soul was immediately ensnared. From then on, the cage compelled the princess to love the pirate leader, and she would always sing by his side. So he used magic to twist her heart and force her to marry him. That's repulsive.
Yeah.
One could say that just shows how desperately he yearned for her. I don't know, man. Stalking her like that and then coercing her into being with him. That sounds pretty messed up to me. However, the story does not end there. Though the pirate threatened the smith into making the cage, the smith felt bad for the princess and added something else to it. Whenever the princess sang, the cage would create a single tear-shaped silver crystal. These crystals are proof that the princess's soul is shedding tears, as she yearns to be free of the curse that binds her. In time, these crystals would wash the shore where they would summon a warrior sympathetic to the princess's plight to the cave. Of course, the smith did not account for the fact that the warrior would have to contend with the furious pirate leader. There you have it. We're not here to defeat a monster that devours human souls. We're here to save a mermaid princess from a horrible pirate. What could be more classic? So that's why you were so gung-ho about this quest, Klein. Of course, he's up for any quest that involves a pretty woman, okay? It's just Klein. I'm suddenly feeling a lot more motivated about it too. Ignoring her feelings and controlling her soul so he can do whatever he wants to her. It's downright vile. I'm going to take him down with everything I have. They really do have a lot in common, don't they? Hey, take a look. There's something different about this room. Speak of the devil, eh? It would seem the leader is finally making his appearance. Fishman, clearly unlike other fishmen, is standing in the room. Oh, wasn't expecting that. He looks like a real captain. It's actually pretty cool. Is this really the time? Here he comes. Oh, crud. Dodging ability? Really, dude? Why? Why? You have to have that type of ability. Would you stop it? It's annoying. Oh my god. He's just gonna spam this. Okay, I was on the edge of that. I should have got hit, to be honest. Goodbye. My god, he was like a mini floor boss. Jeez. Yeesh, that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. No kidding. I wonder where the mermaid is. Hey, what's that? As the pirate captain's polygons disappeared, they revealed something gleaming white inside of azure. The pendant in Yuri's possession then began to glow, resonating with the white gleam. Does anyone else hear that? It sounds like singing. It's beautiful. Reminds me of the sirens. Whatever you do, Klein, don't go in the water. Like I'd ever fall for. Whoa! As the song rang out, the hazily transparent form of a mermaid appeared in the center of the room. Numerous tears can be seen running down her cheeks. Are you the one the pirate was holding captive? Why are you crying? I have been wanting to go home for so long, to return to the far-off sea where my family awaits. My husband gathered countless jewels and decorated this cave with light in order to soothe my tears. At some point, before I realized it, I had truly come to love him. What? only reason I continue to live despite being cut off from my sea and my home was because of him. And yet, no matter how much I sang, he never understood how I felt. He thought my feelings were formed by the silver cage, and he never believed they were real. So I thought that if I were to one day be freed from this cage, he might finally understand, but now he never will. Alas, it seems nothing I've wished for has ever come true. You've got to be kidding me. You were all welcome to the treasure he collected for me. All I ever wanted was his heart. What are you going to do now? I will go back to my own sea, along with my memories. That's just sad, man. Holy crap. The mermaid's illusion suddenly faded in the distant sea. The party saw sapphire-colored scales gleaming as something swam away. Looks like she was never actually here. I guess she's been in the sea this whole time. I wonder if she'll be able to get back to her own sea now that the ocean's been cut off. Do you know how the original The Little Mermaid ends? When she realizes she and the prince can never be together, the mermaid throws herself into the sea and dissolves into foam. Wait, does that mean she's going to throw herself off the edge of this ocean? No way. That's downright tragic, man. That's just the kind of story it is. Now then, let's see if there's any clue for defeating the floor boss inside this treasure chest. How are you not even a little bit bothered by this? I thought you called yourself a poet. Don't you think that story was sad? Aren't you moved by it? You do realize we are the ones who killed her husband, don't you? That's what makes it even sadder. Yeah, that story didn't move you even a little bit, Lua. You're not human. Personally, I don't think you'll find many who understand delicate human emotions as well as me. It is my area of expertise after all. Of course you'd say that. Let me guess, you minored in psychology. Well, there's a world of difference between theory and real life. Well, to be fair, Klein, you aren't exactly the most delicate guy yourself. Huh? Why are you going after me? Leaf and the others kept on going with their discussion. Well, guess they're not going to be much help for a while. We may as well check out this treasure ourselves. The scroll seems like the most promising lead for the floor boss. Is this Fishman writing? I've never seen this script before. We probably won't be able to decipher it unless we find another item. I think we should go see Heathcliff. Yeah, maybe he'll have a hint as to how we can decipher it. Heathcliff. I never heard of any player by that name. He was the mysterious swordsman who helped us out in the 11th floor boss fight. You've met him. How did that happen? Solo concisely described what happened with the PKing in the Orange Guild. So a green cursor found targets in town and lured them to a place where an Orange Guild would attack them, huh? That's just plain devious. It's even worse than that it worked out so well. I hope no one else copies it. You guys talking about red players? Red players, but criminals here are all orange, right? I've never heard of anyone having a red cursor. I've never seen one either. Only heard of them. Check this out. The guys you met were basically bandits, right, Cell? I mean, it's awful that they'd killed to take what they want and all. But red players are players with orange cursors that go even beyond that. Like attack other players just to PK them. You mean, there are people who actively want to murder others? I wish I didn't believe that, but PK guilds are an all too common thing in normal games. And now that I've seen an orange guild for myself, I can easily believe there's a PK guild too, even though there shouldn't be. I've heard that the PK guild red players are forming is sending out guild members to hide in all sorts of places. I've heard a bit about a PK group from one of my merchant friends too. Though he treated the whole thing like it was a baseless rumor. If there really is a group like that out there, we might have no choice but to put together a countermeasure team. Normally, I'd love hearing stories about people facing off against grave danger, but not this one. At any rate, this Heathcliff person sounds fascinating. I'd love to meet him. Personally, I'd rather you didn't. He seems like the kind of guy who takes everything really seriously. Well, we should report to Heathcliff anyway, so we may as well head back to the surface. Ah, that undersea cave was really pretty, but nothing beats the freedom of the great outdoors. It really makes me want to cut loose and let my hair down. I know what you mean. It's like the beach resort I've always dreamed of. All I need are a few bikini beauties and I'd be in heaven. It's bad that I instantly went to that when he was saying that. Fine. You are way too easy to read. TMI. Anyway, I'll message Heathcliff. If he responds to this, then... Wow, and here I thought that I was quick to respond. Anyway, he says he'd like to give us a reward and he'd like to meet up with us on a ship. And he also said a couple that resembled the people we're looking for are around there too. Oh, really? Then what are we waiting for? Come on, Leafa. Okay. I don't know if he's really my brother or not, but I'll never know unless I go meet him, will I? Sorry to cut in, but I just got some messages myself. They're from Kibo and ALS and the leader of DKB. They both say they'll be representing their guilds at an Assault Team Strategy meeting. And they asked me to attend too. No one's told Fruity and Kazan anything about that. What's the meaning of this? The two-headed builders. The two-handed builders have been taking and DPSing since floor 1. We've long since proven ourselves. Besides, I've been off bulk discounts to both guilds lately. They must want to stay on good terms with me. It's all about the money. Stupid big guilds. That's playing dirty.
Yeah.
Don't be silly. They're not so naive as to invite him to meeting for that reason alone, no matter how good a merchant he is. In my estimation, I'd guess they want him there as a mediator, in case there's a dispute. I think so too. Gil always chooses his words carefully, and everyone knows he can be trusted. Damn it, I'm gonna attend the meeting too. You see if I don't. Okay, you'll all come and attend too, right, Zell? Sure, once we finish checking in on the person Leafa's looking for. The meeting's taking place in front of the labyrinth, so the ship should be right on the way. A touching reunion, eh? You must let me be there too. Are you nuts? There's no way she'd want you around rubbernecking. Thanks a lot, guys. Here, I was feeling like I was going to burst from an anxiety, and now it's like all my hair has been let out. Okay, you can come, but if it really is my brother, you'd better congratulate us, got it? Absolutely. But before that, let's divvy up the pirate treasure we got down in the cave now. I figure we won't have time for that sort of thing after the strategy meeting. Now you're talking. Are you sure you're okay with all these people being there, Leafa? I am. Besides, if it isn't him, I'll have them all treat me to something. So, will he be there too? Of course. I wouldn't miss this for the world. Thanks, you two. Ah! 303,406 experience. I'm level 85. I can make level 85 here, finally. Oh, that's not that's not really better than my level 80 here. Unless I actually use these gems to boost it. Alright. So, do I do the rest of this now, and potentially do the floor boss in this episode? Or do I end the episode here, making myself as well have to wait to see if it's actually Kirito and Asuna that Heathcliff was talking about, and then see if Leafa actually talks to her brother. And even if the next episode is short, I'm gonna do it anyways. As much as it hurts me as well. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one, where we will potentially, finally, maybe, get to see Leafa talk to her brother. Maybe. Not entirely sure on that. And then also fight the floor boss, which I think might... no, that little mini boss there was a pirate. So it still might be a fish man. So yeah, in any case, I'll see you guys later.